What is going on, YouTube? I'm Chalktopus, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch because there's a little rumor that is swirling around that I am not happy about, and if you heard it, I'm sure you're not happy either, or at least I hope you're not. If you've caught some of my recent videos, in the last video we talked about potential games that could be launching or be within the launch window of the Nintendo Switch, some of which are heavily rumored and there's some evidence to back it up, and some of which are just pure speculation and, you know, fanboy hopes of seeing games. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to... If you haven't seen that video and you want to check it out, it is somewhere over here in the corner. You could check out that video afterwards. I'll also leave it in the description down below. Be sure to check out that video for some discussion. You know, you have like some Pokemon games, you have a couple Mario titles in there, so, you know, there's a solid launch and launch window if it's true, but we won't know for a while. So right now it looks like in January we have an event scheduled on January 12th, which Nintendo is referring to as a Tokyo Webcast. So that's likely where we're going to see the true unveiling of the Nintendo Switch, you know, all the features that it has, all the games, the official price. And following that, there is there's just a private event that is happening in New York on January 13th, where the console will it will have a hands-on preview. So I guess for press or people that are invited to it, or maybe it'll be at, you know, Nintendo World in the city. But they're having two events, one which will be from Tokyo, which will be the official, and then you will have the private event, which will, you know, be more of a hands-on for the consumer or whoever is invited to this event. However, prior to this bit of news, there has been some rumors of the Switch having motion controls. Please, no more motion controls. No more, Nintendo. Just let it die for now. Please, no motion controls until we perfect VR, and then we can somehow implement motion controls into VR. I don't want any more waggles, please. And I know I'm not alone here. I mean, motion controls was fun for a bit when we got the Wii U and everyone was playing Wii Bowling, and, you know, even Skyward Sword was pretty cool with the one-to-one tracking. But a majority of it, I was just shaking a Wii remote back and forth, you know, attacking. If I was playing Super Mario Galaxy, then again, you know, that didn't really have motion controls. It was just shake the remote to do the spin jump. But you get what I'm saying. Motion controls have yet to be done, you know, so amazing that I've been blown away. I mean, the most amazing thing Nintendo's done with motion controls is either, you know, some of the WarioWare games where they got creative with them, or you had the one-to-one tracking in Skyward Sword, which wasn't that great. Like I said, I know I'm not alone on this, but if you feel differently or, you know, you agree, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about motion controls? You know, do you want to see them at least supported on the Nintendo Switch? I mean, maybe for some backwards compatibility, but moving forward and new games, I no longer want to see motion controls, at least not for this generation. I think Nintendo needs to catch back up. You know, they need to focus on a quality console, and they need to focus on getting games out there, especially by third parties. And, you know, I don't want to see, you know, some of these third-party games that are on other consoles have motion controls. You know, imagine playing Final Fantasy 15 with motion controls. For me, no thank you. But for those of you wondering how motion controls could possibly be implemented into the system, my guess would be, if the rumor's true, the Joy-Con controllers will be either motion sensitive, or you'll be able to buy motion-controlled handheld Joy-Cons that will attach to the side of the Switch. Now, you may have seen one of the many cool concepts that is floating around the internet, mainly fan-drawn, that the Nintendo Switch, the actual tablet, will have additional Joy-Cons that are customized for the game that could almost be sold in a bundle. For example, if you're playing Splatoon, it'll have more of a trigger on it, you know, to fire off paint. Or if you're playing Smash Brothers, it'll be shaped kind of like a GameCube right side of the controller. So that's actually a pretty cool concept, and if they did it that way, I wouldn't mind, because maybe it wouldn't be obligatory and you would have to do it. But if you wanted motion controls, you know, you had the ability. I mean, let's talk about the Wii U. Technically, you don't have to play games with motion controls. I mean, Star Fox Zero, you had a little bit kind of annoying, but there were games where you didn't need it at all. You could just play with the Wii U Pro controller. So I'm just hoping that they avoid the situation altogether and they just stick with the Joy-Con controllers, which they showed off, which I hope have no motion controls, and the Switch Pro controller, which is more of a traditional controller that doesn't come apart. But like I said, we're not going to know until January 12th when we have the official unveiling of the Nintendo Switch and the actual hands-on presentation where we will see more features and prices and release dates and games and what have you. So until then, all we can do is speculate. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about motion controls? Do you want them? Do you not want them? Leave a like on my video if you like it, and be sure to hit the sub button, subscribe to my channel for more Nintendo Switch news coming up. See you in the next video. Peace.